Hello everyone, you're watching Campus Channel and we're here today with the ESITC Postmaster Program Expert in Eco-Materials and BIM Design. The head of specialized master's programs, Guillaume Carpentier, and student Chloé Gournay are here to take your questions. But first, we're going to start with the pitch. All right, you have 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes, thank you. Good
okay,
afternoon, Jacob.
Go.
Yes, so we're here with Chloé
Hello.
to talk about a training program, a one-year postgraduate training program dealing with eco-material and BIM design. It is dedicated to engineer, architect, or person with a master level who wants to improve their skill in eco-material and BIM design. It was created by ESITC in 2010 in order to answer to real needs, and now we can say high needs, very important needs. Indeed, the global warming highlights the necessity to change the practice in the building construction. We can talk about recycle of waste, the use of new materials like biosources materials or material with lower carbon footprint, and also the way that the actors of the construction have to work together in a collaborative way.
That's time.
I'm sorry, we have too much to say.
Yes, we've got to move on to the face-to-face.
Yeah.
Please remember to keep sending us your questions. They're going to show up right there. So let's start with the first one. Guillaume, will you read this for me, please?
Okay, so how much French do I need to speak for this program? Part of the site is in English, but there is any info on this degree in English? Yes, I would start the answer. In fact, it's 50% in English, taught in English, and 50% in French. For sure, we know we have to improve the number of lectures in English in order to welcome more students, and we work on it. But for very important topic like certification, like BIM, we have some lectures with English native speakers. So
are there French requirements for non-native French
for
speakers?
sure, they have to speak French
Do they have to submit a test or show
No, we have just a meeting, discussion with the person in order to know if he or she can follow the lectures without any problem. But in fact, within a month, it's okay. Most of the time, there is no problem.
I understand that the program is very small. How many students are non-native French speakers?
Well, in my class we are 7. We're all French. No, I mean we are 4 French person and 3 from North Africa, but they all speak French. We all speak
francophones.
Yeah, all francophones.
Okay.
But I would add that yes, it's very important to speak French, because if you don't speak French, there are a lot of classes that you can't follow. So yeah, it's very important.
Okay, let's take the next question. Chloé, if you'll read this for me, please.
Yes, as an American student, will this degree be recognized in the US if I want to work there? I think because it's international, but I think that Guillaume maybe
sure,
yeah, I can say the master's year in the sustainable building construction is to take into account the way of life, the way of thinking, the way of being in your country. So, for example, in the US, I know that we are starting to look at the WELL certification, like is a US certification, but the toolbox is the same at the beginning. And an engineer has an open mind, and then is ready to listen to what he needs and to the person's needs, and we give him the tools necessary to go all over the world.
So what certifications? What certifications does the program have in France?
In France,
in Europe.
In fact, in order to finalize, sorry, Jacob, we have a lot of international partners and a network very important. I can talk about a connection with the University of Ottawa, for example, and we try to make it possible. You understand? Sorry.
Okay, no problem. And so what certifications does the program have here in France?
In France, in order to answer to the real needs of the company, because in fact this program is made for company. Okay, and to answer to the revolution in the sustainable building construction, talking about the lean construction, the BIM approach, and stuff like this. And we're trying every year, step by step, year by year, to improve and to be ready to answer to any needs.
Is there any recognition from the French government, though?
Yeah, by la Conférence des Grandes Écoles.
Okay.
It is accredited by la Conférence des Grandes Écoles. Yes.
Excellent. All right, let's take the next question here. What do we have, Guillaume?
I want to specialize in renovating building with recycled materials. Is it possible to specialize in this area in this program? Yes, for sure. If you'd like to go deeper into the content, for example, we have 6 modules, but one is dedicated to materials and especially to the recycling materials and how to
life cycle assessment.
You already had this class?
Yes,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I have
tell
this,
us about it?
yes, I have this class called life cycle assessment, and I would say it's more an international class because we have a lot of international concepts, a lot of English words. So yes, it's a very interesting class, and it's more about recycled materials, new materials. We're also going to have, I think, a class in labs, I think, to study these new materials that we conceive, and the specialty of the school also is the concrete made with
hemp.
With hemp.
It has its own concrete?
Yes, no, with
yes, how you incorporate new materials in order to be more sustainable, like hemp, like linen or flax, we could say.
Coquillage, we have
shelf.
Yeah, we have this new shelf concrete that has been designed by the school.
Yeah.
And so yes, we have a lot of possibilities to
specialize in that particular area.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Will you take the next question for me, please?
Yes. What's the difference between ESITC and ESTP?
In fact, it's for me, I think so.
Yeah.
In fact, ESITC was created by ESTP. It was a ESTP camp at the beginning, and now they are separate. But they are both civil engineering school with the same ADN. And DNA.
So are there...
But we have 2 main topics, in fact. We have the eco-material and BIM design, which is a very strong point. And the other point is the other 1-year postgraduate training program we have, we call MATÉRIAUX and Port Engineering. We have 2 main points, and ESTP have 2 other points, etc., etc.
All right, okay. Let's take the next question here. What do we have on the screen? There we go. Guillaume?
What are the opportunities to work abroad with this degree?
I think one of the particularity of this school is that we have a lot of companies coming to the school looking for students, and we have very, very big companies. So a lot of French companies, but those companies are abroad everywhere in the world. So we have a lot of opportunities to work abroad, and also for internships. So yes, this school is perfect if you want to continue to work abroad, and yes.
Well, and you were discussing earlier a project that you're working on now. Even if you're not working abroad, you're working on projects based abroad.
Yes,
do you want to tell me more about that?
Yes, we have a big project. We have to design an eco zone in Mumbai. So we are 15 in the team, and we are three different teams. I belong to the building teams. There is also the maritime team and the bridge team, and we all work together to design something very coherent, and it's very, very interesting because we have more than 30 teachers, I think.
This is the singularity of the school. We have this project during 4 months, and another one during 1 month in June. And in fact, the students are divided into groups, as they say, and they work as a company with a collaborative approach. That the BIM is perfect, and they are divided, and they work as I say, the company. We give them a tender, a real tender, which sometimes we change some little point in order to strengthen the tender, and they have to bid on it. Every week they have some support from lecturers from company, and sometimes some discussion with the clients, because we do it, we perform it as EPCI, like abroad. That's good for this. If you like to work abroad, you work as EPCI, engineering, procurement, construction, installation, and we carried out this project like this in order to train persons to work in a collaborative approach with an international approach. So as Chloe said, this project is in Mumbai this year, and they have to build an
eco-zone and also the rehabilitation of a former building, and we also have to design a port.
Yes.
So you're already getting international experience before you even leave France.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's take the next question here. What do we have, Guillaume?
How is the program structured? There is no curriculum available on your website. I'm surprised with the second sentence. I'm not sure because we have checked this a few days ago. But how is the program structured? In fact, it is structured. There's two approaches. The first one, like Chloe, is 6 months at school and 6 months in the company for professional thesis. I can go deeper into the content, but we will see. And another approach, it's like 6 weeks at school and 6 weeks in the company, like in alternance. Okay. So you have two ways to do it. Maybe you'd like to go deeper into the program. So
let's stop for a second there. Which program, which track did you choose, Chloe? Are you in school 6 months? And
I first do the 6 months school and then the 6 months internship.
Okay.
And we are 7 in my class, and there are 2 persons that goes with the alternance
company. Yeah.
Are there any particular advantages to doing one or the other?
In fact, I think 6 months and 6 months is good in order to
build a rhythm,
to go progressively into the stuff. But the other thing is a different approach, and you are interested in the company life, and sometimes you come from different questions, different expectation, and then it's a different approach. And also the second approach is you are paid by the company. That's a main point most of the time.
Difference.
That's probably more attractive. And so, in terms of the curriculum, how many classes do students end up taking by the end of the program?
Can you repeat it again?
How many classes do students end up taking by the end of the program?
Most of them.
Yes, we take all the classes.
But how many classes are there? Are there 10 classes, 12 classes?
For a year?
Yes.
I think there are more than 20 or 30 classes, because we have a lot of people from every companies in the world and in France that comes directly to Caen to teach us. So we have a lot of classes. Yes. And one class, usually it's 1 day or 2 days, and then we have another class. A different class.
It changes subject.
Yes, the subject, yes.
Wow, you can never get bored then.
Yes.
We bring professor lecturers from long distance from the school most of the time, so they come for a long time, 2 days, 3 days, we'll see. For example, we can think about Loïc Koskela, you will meet next week. Loïc Koskela is, we can say, the father of the lean construction. He comes from Aalto in Finland and works in the UK and come in school, you see, so it's international, yeah. Yeah, but if we'd like to focus, we have 5 modules. In five modules: eco-design, eco-construction material, eco-construction, circular economy, BIM, and the big project with project management, and then the professional thesis.
Okay, Chloe, will you take the next question here, please?
Do any innovation originate from the school itself, or does the school only focus on teaching known factors and methods? Okay, so you mentioned the concrete, the different types of concrete that the school has developed. Yes. What else happens at the school? Is there research involved in looking for new...
The one-year postgraduate training program was supported at the beginning by the different research lab of the school. And as Chloe said, for example, we can speak about the new concrete developed by the school with the shell, which is very well known by now, the concrete with the fiber of hemp of flax. Now we have a new research lab focused on energy performance. So we will go ahead and go in this direction.
Is that a new, how is that, what are you going to do with this new research lab in energy?
In fact, with this new research lab, they have some chamber with, they can change the temperature and look at the influence on the temperature, the seasons, the climates on the materials. Okay. In order to look at permeability. I'm looking for the word, sorry.
What is it in French? Tell me.
La perméabilité à l'air, for example.
The permeability.
Yeah, permeability, and the reaction of the materials.
Okay, all right, let's take the next question here. What do we have? Guillaume?
How is the campus like? To what kind of facilities do we have access?
And I think we have pictures for this as well.
Yes. So should I comment? Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
The campus is very, very big. It's outside of Caen, but it's very, very easy access because we have the tram. And from the center to the campus, it's 30 minutes. and there are a lot of students. I come from Paris and I've never seen as many students as in Caen. So yes, it's a very
attractive, I can say.
Attractive, yes.
Yeah, apart from my studio also close to here, it's a very attractive campus. And for the story in international part, we can say that this campus was made in the old time by the Britain and rebuilt after the Second World War by the US person. So it is, I can say, Anglo-Saxon campus.
Okay. The characteristics. And then, so what facilities do students have access to? What kinds of labs? What kinds of research facilities?
Yeah. Yes, we can speak about the BIM center. We have a BIM center, for example, with 98 station that can work together, which is, I can say, unique in France. They can have access to about the different labs. This is a realization of a project from our students. You can see the BIM model here. So they have access of different facilities, yes, for sure.
Okay.
And the school is very open a lot of time, so they can work whenever they want.
We have also cafeterias.
Ah, yes.
Yes, we have
very important. Everybody
needs
to eat.
Good.
We have also a lot of restaurants, and in the school we have small activities, sports. Yes, so if you are bored with classes, you can go to the cafeteria and you can go do sports and yes, whatever.
Excellent. All right, let's take the next question. Chloe, if you'll read this for me, please.
Does the school ever get actual commissions for projects that students get to work on?
So we discussed Mumbai a little bit earlier. What other projects?
What other projects? For the moment, it's the only project I have right now, but I'm going to have a project in a lab to work on new materials that I was talking about.
And this was commissioned by a company, or is this a particular?
No,
is this your personal research?
By the school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Are there other projects that companies commission from the school?
Yes, the international workshop during the month of June. Yes, for example, company come, and during the final defense, I can say that like 35 companies were involved at the end.
Oh wow! Yeah. What is this exactly?
It's the same project as the students have during the year, around 3 or 4 months. But in fact, it is on only 1 month, and we invite our international partner students. They have lectures, high-level lectures during the morning and during the afternoon. They work as a company, as Chloe said.
But are there actual companies that ask the school to work on real-world projects for them?
For the research lab, yes, for sure they have, yes.
Such as what kind?
I know there's some PhD at the moment on the development of new material, energy performance, for example.
And then do these ever lead to full-time jobs for students afterwards, or work opportunities?
Yes, most of the time, yes, the company know they're involved. They give lectures in order to look at new collaborators most of the time. So that's a win-win exchange.
All right, let's take the next question here. Guillaume?
I can say, because I come from Rouen, it's far from better from Rouen.
Yes, the weather, it's very cloudy and a lot of rain, a lot of wind. It's very wet.
She's joking.
This sounds miserable.
No, but it's fresh air, and sometimes you can go to the to see the sea, and it's very nice.
So less pollution.
Less pollution, yes, and we are from 20, 30 minutes, 10 kilometers to the sea, yes.
Is it ever warm enough to go swimming in the sea?
No. even in
She's
summer.
a Parisian girl.
Even in summer, I would not.
So the beach is only for looks. Nobody gets.
No.
Chloe, we have a question here for you.
Hi, Chloe. Why did you choose this school? Did you consider other engineering programs? Yes, I chose the school because it was mixing two very important things for me. So, as you said, it was mixing eco design and also BIM design, and I think it can go without the other, and it's very important. And I think this is the only training that proposes these two things together. Yes, and I was considering doing my the studies in Paris, but there was no school that was proposing this. So both at the same time, I think it's very clever. Yes.
Okay, we are almost out of time, so I want to give you the final word Chloe, is there anything you would like to add before we end our discussion?
Well, I'm very happy to have met all these people, and I think 7 persons, we are 7 in the class, and we are all very good friends now, and I think it's the perfect number because we can talk to teachers, and yes, it's very important.
And Guillaume, last word?
Yeah, if you are curious, passionate by eco-materials and BIM design, this training program is dedicated to you.
Excellent. Well, thank you both for coming in
thank
today.
You.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you again very soon right here on Campus Channel.